Hey everybody, Earl Harrison here. We are going to delve a little bit into the Classroom application. Classroom can be downloaded from the Play Store in the usual way that you would download any third-party application. Just simply go to your menus.
File Manager.
With F1, press P for Play Store, and S for search, enter twice, and then simply look for the application called Classroom or Google Classroom. It should come right up. Just tab through the dialog and you should be able to identify it and download it just fine. When you've done that, it will be placed in your All Applications folder. So again, from the main menu, I will press the letter A.
A capital TTS voices.
And I am going to press C, the letter C as in cat, 4 times.
Calendar.
1,
Camera.
2,
Chrome.
3.
Classroom.
Because it happens to be the 4th item in my All Applications folder to begin with the letter C. So I'll go ahead and open that.
Button open main menu, enter key to select.
Okay, so I've opened up Classroom. Just understand that you do need to have a Gmail account in order to access Classroom. And what we've done at HIMSS is we've developed some materials that are pertinent to the topic at hand, which is, of course, the HIMSS Braille Sense product, or the Braille Sense Polaris.
Classes.
So I'm going to simply tab through what I've got here within Classroom.
Button join or create class, enter key to select.
So I hear join or create a class.
Button more options. Polaris, word processor essential training, Thomas Simpson.
Okay, so here I have HIMSS Polaris Word Processor Essential Training by Thomas Simpson, the professor himself.
Classroom.
Dr. Tom.
Button open main menu, enter key to select.
And I'm going to go ahead and tab through this dialog. Really, what it comes down to is navigating Classroom is very much like what you would experience navigating most third-party applications. You're going to be faced with a series of lists, check boxes, edit fields, etc.
Button your work, enter key to select.
So I'm just tabbing through here.
Button about, enter key to select.
I'm using space .45. Space .12 brings me the other direction, or alternatively, I can press the F3 key to tab forward and space F3 to tab back.
Button filter, enter key to select. Button more options, enter key to select. Polaris, word processor essential training.
So here I've got HIMSS Polaris Word Processor Essential Training is the name of the class. I'll press enter on that.
Edit box disabled, add private comment, press enter to enter or edit text.
Okay, so I'm placed into the class. I hear add private comments.
Button disable post.
Disable
post. Enter key to select. Stop share, enter key to select. Button back to class stream, enter key to select. Button more options, enter key to select. 2.1 launching the word processor and touring the interface.
And here's the first section
in a brief overview of the file menu structure. Please read the attached document and leave a comment after completion. Your work assigned.
Okay, so here's the first assignment, 2.1, and it has to do with launching the word processor and touring the interface. So I am going to go ahead.
Button 2 class comments, press the enter key.
I hear that we've got 2 class comments in there. We'll just go ahead and leave that alone. First thing I'm going to do is download the document having to do with this topic to my Braille Sense Polaris so I can have it to go. I can study it and then and go on my way out and about. And when I return and I want to do something about turning in an assignment, I can upload a different document or go online and answer questions for a quiz, what have you.
Button hide details, press the
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to download
launching the word processor and touring the interface. Docs file, enter key to select.
This file called launching the word processor and touring the interface.
Launching the page 1 of 2 Zoom 310%.
And I'm going to actually do this.
Button navigate up, enter key. Button edit, enter key.
And all I've been doing this whole time is just tabbing around here.
Button open and drive, enter key. Button more options, enter
that's
key.
what,
Button open and drive,
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to first open this document in Drive.
Opening in Google Drive.
And then I have a bunch of other options.
Edit box disabled. Press button edit. Aldo.
I'm going to
Enter
go
key
to
to
more
select.
options.
Button more options. CTRL Aldo. Press the
Enter
enter key.
on
More
that.
options.
And
Switch off mute entries and exit center key. List office.
I'll tab through here.
Switch off type layout. Switch off suggest changes. List document outline. Enter key to select. List find and replace. Enter key. List word count. Open subs palette.
So all these things have to do with working with the document online. It's very difficult to work with a document online, especially when you want to depend on Braille.
List selection control.
So of course we are electing to download the document to our Polaris.
List share export. Open subs palette. Enter key.
So here's an option called Share Export. I'm going to press enter on that.
Button back. Enter key to select. Share export. List send a copy. Enter key to select.
Send a copy.
List save as. Enter key
Save
to select.
as.
List make a copy. Enter
I am
key to
actually
select.
going to make a copy of this document.
Checkbox check Google Drive. Press the enter key to toggle.
And it's asking me if I want to make a copy on Google Drive. No, I want to make it
Checkbox not check device. Press the enter
on
key
my
to
device.
toggle.
So I'm going to press enter on my device.
Checkbox check device. Press the enter key to toggle. Copy document. Checkbox not check Google Drive. Press the enter key. Checkbox check device. Press button cancel. Press the enter key. Button save. Press the enter key to run.
And
Annotation enter key to select. Stop share enter key.
just kind of
copy document 2.
keep tabbing through here.
Checkbox not check. Checkbox check device. Press the enter key to toggle.
Okay.
Button cancel. Press the enter key. Button save. Press the
So I
enter
press
key to run.
enter on save.
Button navigate on ESC documents.
And it's wanting to know where I want to save the document.
Documents, press the enter key to change.
And documents is actually the default because I've been through this process before of selecting the internal storage option and then going to documents. And it just remembers that the last time I did this, documents was the folder I saved to. So it just maintains that as a default.
Button sort by enter key to select. List SD card, 25.52 gigabytes.
Now all I'm doing is pressing the letter S, and of course I hear I've got SD card, so I can have the option of saving to my SD card.
Button save, press the enter
Press
key to run.
S again, and of course because documents on my internal flash memory of my Polaris is selected as a default, it's just going to place it there. So I'm press enter on save.
Edit box disabled. Press enter to enter or edit text.
And let's see if it's there. Theoretically, if I press the F1 key to move to my main menu.
File manager, F.
And press enter on that, on file manager.
Flash disk 1 to list item.
Go to flash disk. I'm just pressing enter.
Voices folder 117 list item.
D to get to documents folder.
Daisy folder 47. Documents folder 517 2018 text invoices.txt.
And I'll press L for launching.
Launching the word processor and porting the interface on doc 721 list item.
And there it is. That's the document that I had just downloaded. And of course I can open that just by pressing enter on it.
Loading. Launching the word processor and porting the interface on docs open.
And now I have, full access to this document.
Interface. Before we can explore the different features of the Polaris word processor, we need to open the app and get comfortable with the interface. There are 2 ways to open the word processor. From the main program menu, pressing W will open the word processor, or you can...
Okay, so there, of course, is our document. I'm going to go back to our Zoom, our classroom.
Task name, Zoom. Tap, list Zoom. Launching, page 1.
Of course,
launching the word processor and
Zoom is the way I am displaying the content on the screen via the Zoom video conferencing application.
Button navigate up, enter key.
And I've got a navigate up button here. I can press that, or I can just press chord E to move back up 1 level at a time from where I am.
Edit box disabled, add private comment, press enter to enter or edit text.
Okay, so here I am back in the class.
Button disable post. Annotation enter key to stop share enter key to select. Button back to class stream enter key to select. Button more options enter key to select. 2.1 launching the word processor and porting the interface. This tutorial covers launching the word processor. Button 2 class comments, press the enter key to run.
Okay.
Button high details, press the enter key for launching the word processor and porting the interface. Button add attachment, press the enter key to run.
Okay, so here's an option to add an attachment. Let's say that I've read through whatever content I need to read through, and I want to go ahead and add or upload something to the class. I haven't really prepared anything, so what I'm going to do is just go and
drive enter key to select. Link enter key to select.
upload
File enter
a file.
Button. Documents. Documents. Press the enter key to change.
And of course, this is documents is the default folder.
Button search enter key to select. Button sort by enter key to
Let's
select.
find
Radio enter
something
key to
here.
select. Button more options enter key to select. List.docx 1,000,000,005. List mark. List 2018 tax invoices TX. List ACBO and in docs. List Alec in docs. List cubic function MTH. October. List greater and less than function. List launching the word processor and forwarding the interface docs. 2 p.m. enter key to select.
Okay, so
List later functions.
there's the file that I just downloaded, the launching the word processor. So theoretically, I could have done is I could have made changes to this document and renamed it to reflect that this is the document that I have changed, and then uploaded it so that the teacher knew that I had read it and I had made changes. Or okay, so let's go ahead and upload that. It's just an example of how to attach a file. So I've done that. I've attached a file. It could have been anything. So now that's available for my instructor, and if given permissions, for my fellow classmates to view the attachment that I just uploaded.
Button disable post. Edit box disabled. Add private comment. Press enter to enter or button disable. Stop share enter key to select. Button back to class stream enter key to select.
All right.
Button more options enter key to select. 2.1 launching the word processor and forwarding the interface. This button 2 class comments. Press the enter key to run. Button high details. Press the enter key to run.
Okay, let's just go ahead and chord E to go back up one level.
Class button open main menu enter key to button your work enter key to select.
And we hear that your work.
Button about enter key to select. Button filter enter key to select. Button more options enter key to select. Polaris word processor essential training.
Okay, here I am back in the HIMSS Polaris word processor essential training.
Assignment Thomas Simpson, January 3rd, edited January 8th. Assigned 2.1 launching the word processor and forwarding the interface. This tutorial covers launching the word
and
processor.
All of these things
Overview of the file menus
that Thomas, Dr. Thomas posted,
button assignment options enter key
begin with the letter A. So I can just press A to move
assignment Thomas Simpson
from assignment to assignment.
Assigned quiz assignment opening of the document and forwarding the interface.
And let's go ahead and do a quiz here.
One attachment enter key to select. Button back to class stream enter key to select. Button more options enter key. Quiz assignment opening of the document and forwarding the interface. Please complete the quiz after reading section 2.1. Your work assigned.
Okay, so let's assume that I've read the assignment and I'm going to go ahead and take the test.
Button 1 class comment. Press the enter key to run. Button high details. Press the enter key to run quiz. Launching the word processor and forwarding the interface. File enter key to select.
And again, all I'm doing is tabbing through here, and I'll go ahead and press enter on this.
43. Quiz. Launching the word processor and forwarding the interface. List how do you open the word processor on the Polaris? Total points possible for this question. How do you open the word processor on the Polaris?
Okay, how do you open the word processor on the Polaris? Do you?
Radio button unchecked. Press W from the main menu. Press the enter key to toggle.
Press W from the main menu.
Radio button unchecked. Press F1W from anywhere. Press the enter key to toggle.
Okay, press F1 plus the letter W from anywhere.
Radio button unchecked. All of the above. Press the enter key to toggle.
All of the above. I'm going to say, yeah, that's the one. I'm going to press enter on all of the above.
Checked. Radio button checked. All of the above. Press the enter key
let's
to
go ahead and tab to the next question.
List how do you open the menu in the word processor? Total points possible for this question. How do you open the menu in the word processor?
How do you open the menu in the word processor?
Radio button unchecked. Press F2. Press the enter key to toggle.
Okay, press F2 is one option.
Radio button unchecked. Press space and press the enter key to toggle.
Press space M is another option.
Radio button unchecked. All of the above. Press the enter key.
And here we have all of the above once again.
Checked. Radio button checked. All of the above. Press the enter key to toggle.
Okay, next question.
List how do you move through the list of items in a menu? Check all that apply. Total points possible for this question. List showing 5 items.
Okay, so we've got a list of 5 items. I'm to check all that apply.
Radio button. List how do you move through the list of items?
How do you move through the list of items? Okay.
List spaced on 4.
Spaced out 4.
Checkbox not checked. Spaced on 4. Press the enter key to toggle.
That's right.
Checked. Checkbox. List spaced on 1. Checkbox not checked.
Spaced out 1 is another way of moving up through a list. Spaced out 4 moves down.
List spaced on 2, 3.
Space dots 1, 2, 3.
Checkbox not checked.
I'm going
Space
to check
dots
that
1.
because that's how you get to the
Checkbox checked.
top of
Space
the
dots
list.
1, 2. List space dots 4, 5.
Space
6.
4, 5, 6, the mirror image of space 1, 2, 3. That is obviously
Checkbox
the
not checked.
way
Space checked.
to move to the
Checkbox checked.
end
Space
of
dots
the
4,
list.
5. List space dots 1, 6.
Space dot 1, 6.
Checkbox not checked. Space dots 1, 6. Press the enter key to toggle.
Space dot 1, 6, and that I believe is the way to. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not sure what that. I think that's the way to read the current item. I'm going to leave that one unchecked.
List true or false. Shortcut keys in the menu can be used without opening the menu. Total points possible for this question. True or false. Shortcut keys in the menu can be used without opening the menu.
Shortcut keys in the menu can be used without opening the menu. I sense that this is a trick question. It is a true or false question.
Radio button unchecked. True. Press the enter key to toggle.
Let's say
Radio button unchecked. False. Press the
let's
enter
call that
key.
false.
Radio button checked. False. Press the enter key. List true or false. Pressing F4 with the word processor's main menu open will close the menu. Total points possible for this question.
Okay, so pressing F4 will close. Let's read that again.
List true or false. Pressing F4 with the word processor's main menu open will close the menu. Total points possible.
Pressing F4 with the word processor's menu open will close the menu. That's true.
List showing 3 items. Enter key to select. List choose enter key to select. List true enter key to select. List false enter key to select.
Okay, so that's
list true enter
true.
Key to select. List choose enter key to select. List true enter key to select. List false enter key to select. Button submit. Press the enter key to run.
And now I'm going to submit my quiz.
Button this quiz. Launching the word processor and pouring the interface.
Okay.
View score enter key to select.
Do I want to do this? View my score. Let's see what I got.
Web view quiz. Launching the word processor and pouring the interface. List section score 50/60.
Oh, 50 of 60.
List correct. How do you open the word processor on the Polaris? Points received for this question. How do you open the word processor on the Polaris? Radio button unchecked disabled. Press W from the main menu. Press the enter key.
Okay, that was all the above.
Radio list correct. How do you open the menu in the word processor? Points received for this question.
Okay, this was all the above answer as well.
Radio button list correct. How do you move through the list of items in a menu? Check all that apply.
How do you how do you move through a list in the menus? I checked all the apply. This is correct.
List space dot 4. Checkbox.
Go to the next thing.
Checkbox check disabled. List space dots 1, 2. Checkbox check disabled space dots 1, 2. List space dots 4, 5. Checkbox check disabled space dots 4. List space dots 1, 6. Checkbox not check disabled space dots 1.
I checked all the right boxes apparently.
Radio button not check disabled. Radio button check disabled false. Press the enter key to toggle. Radio button not check disabled true. Press the enter. List correct. True or false. Shortcut keys in the menu can be used without opening the menu. Points received for this question. True or false. Shortcut keys in the menu can be used without opening the menu.
Okay, shortcut keys can be used without opening the menu.
Radio button not check disabled true. Press the enter key to toggle. Radio button check disabled false. Press the
I
enter
said that
key
was
to toggle.
false. Apparently that was correct.
List incorrect. True or false.
Ooh.
Pressing F4 with the word processor's main menu open will close the menu. Points received for this question.
Apparently I was wrong on that last question. Pressing F4 from within the menu will close the menu.
True or false. Pressing F4 with the word processor. Terms of service enter key to select.
Apparently that was incorrect. So, hey, I try not to, get perfect scores. That makes it look like I'm cheating if I always get perfect scores, right?
Google Forms enter key to select.
Anyways, that is a brief introduction to the classroom, kind of a canned example. And certainly if you are looking at purchasing a Polaris or you have a Polaris and you need support in the classroom environment, we do have the mechanisms in place where you can obtain that support via our training and education staff here at HIMSS. Thanks for listening. Take care and happy classrooming.